Can you hear me yet? Is it working?
I don't understand the words you're saying.
Is it working yet?
You're mumbled.
Is it working yet?
No. Your audio is not your video.
Okay. Yeah, I've been on since 3:30. Yeah, I didn't know my video was working.
Yeah, it doesn't count if you're not there when I call your name. You owe those officers that came by your house a debt of gratitude, or you'd be sitting in jail.
Yes, ma'am.
You thank them for coming by and making that public service to you.
Mm-hmm. It working now, ma'am?
I'm serious, Mr. Michael. You owe those gentlemen some gratitude.
For sure.
If they hadn't been willing to go by your house and wake you up, I would have just issued bench warrants. All right, let's get
My
on.
video is working, isn't it?
Let's get on with the order of business here. You were supposed to be here at 1:30 and it is now 3:05, and you wouldn't even be here now if the officers hadn't gone to your house or wherever you are and woke you up. Apparently you're not at home.
No, ma'am. Not until this quarter, I hope.
Apparently they knew where to find you, so again, you're lucky in that respect. All right, we're going on the record now, sir. Are you awake?
Yes, ma'am.
You sure you understand what's going on, where you are?
Yes, Judge.
All right. We are on the record in 2023 CR 80 and 2023 CR 96, both captioned State of Kansas versus Jacob William Michael. The state appears by and through County Attorney Jill Gillette. Mr. Michael appears in person and pro se via Zoom. It is now 3:07 p.m. and he was to be here at 1:30. He called in and then apparently fell asleep and didn't answer. So the officers had to go by his home to try to find him, to wake him up. Couldn't find him, so they went to another location he might be at, and they found him and woke him up. This was a public service the officers did. They didn't have to, but they have saved bench warrants for Mr. Michael. Mr. Michael, you need to pick a location, stay seated, and keep your camera on you, please.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So here's where things get officially wild. Jacob William Michael is appearing before a Kansas judge, not in person, but via Zoom, and already the bar has been set low. Officers literally had to hunt this man down just so he could attend his own first appearance. We've got two separate criminal cases on the docket, a fuming judge, and a defendant who can barely hold it together. Buckle up. This hearing is just getting started.
So this is your first appearance in 2023 CR 80. In this case, the state is charging you in count 1 with domestic battery that on or about the 22nd day of April 2023 in Greenwood County, state of Kansas, you did unlawfully and intentionally cause physical contact with a family or household member in a rude, insulting, or angry manner, the family member being this. Okay, keep your camera where I can see you, please. Thank you. As charged, this is a Class B person misdemeanor. There is a mandatory must serve 48 hours in jail up to 6 months. There is a mandatory minimum fine of $200 up to $1,000. Now the court can waive the jail time if instead you do a certified domestic violence offender evaluation by a certified evaluator and comply with all the recommendations of that evaluation. In count 2, sir, you're accused of disorderly conduct. The state is alleging that at that same date, you did use fighting words or engage in noisy conduct tending reasonably to arouse alarm, anger, or resentment in others, to wit, Aubrey Maxwell. This charge is a Class C misdemeanor. If convicted, you could serve another 30 days in jail, and you could pay another fine of $500. In count 3, you're charged with criminal damage to property. The state is alleging on that same date, you did, by means other than fire explosive, either damage or destroy or deface or substantially impair the use of property, to wit, a cell phone, in which another, to wit, Aubrey Maxwell, had an interest without her consent, and that the damage you did was under $1,000. As charged, this is a Class B non-person misdemeanor. You could serve another 6 months in jail and pay another $1,000 fine. Mr. Michael, do you have any questions about these charges or their possible penalties that I could help you with today?
Hold on. Did the judge just ask if the defendant is on drugs or alcohol? And the response was essentially silence? Let's be clear. Slurred speech and jerky movements during a legal proceeding are massive red flags. In Kansas, a defendant must be mentally competent for a hearing to hold legal weight. If Michael can't comprehend a charge as being read to him, this entire first appearance could be legally challenged. This just went from awkward to serious.
No, ma'am. Other than the two last ones you said are new. I didn't get those ones until today. But whatever. I mean, it don't mean anything. Just the other than new. I didn't understand what happened to. So no, ma'am.
Mr. Michael, are you on any drugs today or alcohol?
No, ma'am. I'm sitting on the edge of bed and I can sit up a little bit.
You're still what?
I'm sitting on the edge of bed. On the edge of a bed, I can sit up a little bit.
Okay, well, I'm just concerned about your slurred speech and your jerky movements there. That maybe you're under the influence of something.
Ma'am.
I want to make sure you understand what you're doing today and what's being said.
Yep, I do a lot today.
Okay, are the officers still with you?
I know they came hard. I mean, but they actually, I did fall asleep, but I woke up before they came in here and told me I had to court.
All right, we're going to go on. 2023 CR 96. Did you say the officers were still there?
No, ma'am, they're not.
Okay. In 2023 CR 80, you're charged in that case. That's one we just did. Excuse me just a moment. I'm going to take just a brief recess.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, where did he go? Ms. Gillette, do you want to unmute?
I don't know, Judge, but the officers are there outside his house. Bill.
Well, if he were in the courthouse in this condition, I would order him to be taken into custody and tested because I don't know that he's going to remember this hearing. So he's failing to appear. Can we just have him brought into custody and tested? And then if he's still, basically I'm issuing a bench warrant for his arrest. And if they'll bring him in and get him tested, And
But
if he's sober, they can bring him back in front of me at the courthouse. If he's high, we're gonna have to wait until he comes out of it so that he'll know, because he's gotta have a meaningful reading of rights and charges, and I just am afraid he's, like I said, not gonna even remember this hearing.
so you want to bench warrant with the UA ordered?
We may even need something stronger than that. We can start to do it.
I'll call the officers and I'll get that done, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge, he's on the phone and he's going to try to log back in.
Okay, well, I still want him to pick him up, so just you say they're outside his house, just have him wait a minute, Missy, and don't tell him they're gonna come in and get him, because I don't want him to bolt on him. He's just not in any condition right now for first appearances, and he was ordered to be here.
Okay, I'm sorry, I was trying to.
I'm issuing a bench warrant for them to pick him up.
Okay, so do you want him to try to get back on or not?
No, he needs to be tested. I need to make sure he's sober enough to know what he's doing when we have these hearings. So, Ms. Gillette, at this time, I think we can recess these hearings until further notice.
Need me to come up to the courtroom, Judge, just have Missy get a hold of my offices. I'll stay here.
Thank you. We are in recess.
And there it is. The judge recesses both cases indefinitely. Jacob William Michael faced 3 charges: domestic battery, disorderly conduct, and criminal damage to property. But this hearing barely got off the ground. The defendant appeared impaired. A bench warrant was issued and testing was ordered. The court held the line on legal integrity. If you found this case as intense as we did, hit like, drop your thoughts below, and subscribe for more powerful courtroom breakdowns.